Ready? All right. Thank you to our media partners for being here, and one of you were with me earlier today. Today we are here for a briefing around local government delivering results. You see, our residents spoke, and we responded with a 5-week pothole repair surge that was designed to accelerate repairs and to aggressively address residents' reports. Our team finalized the results, and today I'm proud to share what we accomplished together. And still, I want to be clear today is more than just numbers. Today is about recognizing the people behind these numbers, the dedicated public works professionals who maintain our streets every day of the year, and the residents who partner with us to make this work possible. One of the questions I've had the most during my 3 years as mayor is simple and direct. Mayor, what are you doing about our potholes? I think that's a very good question and very appropriate. And that is why pothole repairs have become a signature priority for my administration and why I challenge my public works team to accelerate this work. Because every day our residents experience a condition of our roads. They drive to work, they take their children to school, they visit local businesses. When there is a pothole, our residents actually notice it, and they should expect their city to respond. So today I'm proud to report the progress that we are making. And here are the results. Over the last 5 weeks, our public works team have repaired more than 16,400 potholes across Colorado Springs. That averages about 700 pothole repairs every day, representing a 60% increase over our normal pothole repair pace. I'm actually really excited about this, more than 10,000 of those repairs were made on neighborhood streets, helping to improve the roads our residents use every day. And perhaps what I'm most proud of so far is that this year we have repaired more than 60,000 potholes, and that is a 56% increase over this point last year, and we are on pace, hopefully, for this to be the most potholes that we have repaired in our city's history. That said, these results are more than statistics. What they represent is actually a smoother commute, safer streets, and the tangible results our residents can see every single day. And these results did not happen by accident. They happened because our public works crew worked tirelessly and because thousands of residents became partners by reporting these potholes through the GoCOS app, our website, and other important reporting tools. And that partnership actually really matters. So looking ahead, we are investing in 2 additional pothole repair trucks to replace aging equipment and improve reliability. And as we prepare for our 2027 budget, I will continue exploring ways to strengthen our pothole repair program so that we can deliver even better services for our residents and to improve the condition of our streets. Furthermore, if you have not heard, I encourage you to check this out. We have launched our new Pothole Watch dashboard to provide greater transparency and accountability. Residents deserve to know what we're working on, what we're accomplishing, where we're working, and how their engagements lead to real results. Just like a neighborhood watch strengthens public safety, Pothole Watch will help strengthen our roads and empower our residents to become partners in improving our infrastructure and to track our progress in real time. But before I close and invite Clint Brown to come speak, I again want to recognize the Public Works employees who made this possible. You see, their work begins before most of us leave for work and continues long after many of us return home. In fact, I just experienced that impact a few minutes ago. That's why I'm still in my PPE gear. I was there helping to repair potholes in the summer heat. It's hard work. My hands are still shaking. This work is extremely demanding. And while potholes today are their focus, please know that these same employees also prepare roads for the winter storm. They maintain our bridges. They repair our stormwater infrastructure. They respond to flooding and care for thousands of lane miles of streets that keep Colorado Springs moving. Much of their work happens quietly behind the scenes, but every resident benefit from it. So to every member of our Public Works team, I see you and truly I thank you. And Colorado Springs is stronger because of your service. And to every resident who has reported a pothole and partnered with us, thank you too as well. I especially want to recognize Carl Peterson, a 25-year-old Colorado Springs resident, retired Air Force officer, and a dedicated HOA volunteer. And he regularly submits so many requests on GoCOS on behalf of his neighbors. Yesterday, I had the privilege of calling Carl to let him know that I would be personally there to help repair some of his potholes. And I just met him. It wasn't just Carl, it was the entire neighborhood. And I'm so proud of this neighborhood, and this is what community looks like. Residents and public servants working side by side, each doing our part to build a city that is stronger and to build a city with more flourishing neighborhoods. Together, we are keeping Colorado Springs moving, and together we are Colorado Springs, onward and upward. Now I'd like to invite my colleague, Clint Brown, with the Public Works Operations and Maintenance Division to shed more light on the work that we have done with the pothole repair surge. Clint?
Thank you. Clint Brown. I am the Division Manager for Public Works Operations and Maintenance Department. Mayor did a great job sharing statistics and sharing with you about the recent pothole surge. And I really want to thank our leadership because we've had a lot of support with Public Works. We know roads and potholes are a priority. We want to make sure we have good, smooth roads just for the comfort, but also for safety and to allow for a nice city. So it is a priority to our department and all of the leadership at the City of Colorado Springs. I really want to thank our employees. We have a very good group of men and women who care about what they do. They're dedicated and they come in, day out, and they answer to what needs done. You know, and with potholes right now were of high priority. We did the pothole surge, and they stepped up and delivered. And as the mayor shared, 60% more than our normal production over the course of the pothole surge. And I just want to really give kudos to the men and women who had the boots on the ground that made that happen. So great job from their standpoint. We know that roads have been a challenging problem throughout the city for quite some time. And I want you to know that we're doing things about that. We are taking action, and we want to see improvement throughout all the streets. And 2C is, it's the cure for the problem. And 2C is coming along right now. Circle, that is a great example. We just did a lot of paving on Circle Drive. It's been rough. If you haven't been through there lately, it's really good right now, and you're seeing a lot of improvements. And we know if you drive that daily, you're seeing that impact and that improvement and change. So just know we see that as well. And 2C doesn't get to everything every year. There's a list. We're going to do our best to make as much impact using your dollars wisely as we can on an annual basis. If we're not there yet, we're going to get there. Just give us time and trust the process that we are doing our best to build and create a sustainable future with good planning, good strategy, and a good approach from the Public Works Department. Mayor?
Thank you, Clint. Clint and I are here to receive your questions. What questions do you have for us?
Thanks. Have there always been this many potholes, or are you also feeling more because there's more potholes out there now?
I'll answer this and have Clint add to it. Yes and yes. I don't know the exact data, but I remember in my State of the City reporting our report on our progress on potholes, because what is a State of the City without an update on potholes? And every year you can track how the numbers have gone up to the tune of 100,000 potholes a year. Now, last year, we did dip in that number. So some of this work is we are playing catch up, but also some of this work is just the reality of living in Colorado Springs, the free start cycle, the conditions of our road, and it's always going to be a two-tier strategy, the Band-Aid fix, but also ultimately, as Clint has mentioned, we need to get in there and repave the road. We have had years of disinvestment, and you can see our roads are telling the story of that disinvestment. And so I'm really proud of our residents for for the vote of confidence and the 2C most recent ballot initiative that now we have another $820 million for the next 10 years. And in 10 years, I believe, Clint, correct me if I'm wrong, we would have repaved 2/3 of our streets. That has not been repaved in a long time. So there's still a lot of work to do and a lot of work to play catch up. But that's why you're seeing some of the potholes still emerge and show up in our community. Clint, is there anything you want to add to that?
Just briefly.
Yeah.
Mayor made a bunch of great points there. Growth is one other thing. We've had a lot of growth over the past several decades, so you have to be mindful of the fact more infrastructure is coming in and being added to the network of responsibility every single year. So we have to adjust for that, and we are. But also, 2C has only been here for the last 11 years. It's a relatively new program. And the fact is, we did get a little behind at times, and we are doing our best to come up with a sustainable plan that's going to address that moving forward.
And when you talk about growth, Clint, it's important to remind everyone that when the state demographer released their report, Colorado Springs between 2024 and 2025 had the highest population growth in the state of Colorado. So, yes, there's a lot more strain on our infrastructure. Any other questions? Yes.
Some of our viewers were asking about potholes and parking lots. Does the city, can you control, like when there's commercial properties that have potholes everywhere?
Private properties are a responsibility of private owners. So no, the city only takes care of city right away, and that includes streets, alleys, things of that nature, but we only take care of city assets with taxpayer funded dollars.
Okay. And then how did you guys prioritize, and did they come through the dashboard where you guys were fixing all these potholes?
We tried to look at all areas of the city. So as far as priority goes, we have needs from one end of the city to the other. So we have 4 different districts throughout the city: north, south, east, west. We asked them all to bring the largest areas of need to our attention, and we went and addressed those.
But with 2C, we do have priorities.
I thought he was talking specifically about potholes,
yeah.
But no, 2C actually has a rating system, and we try to go through and rate roads and quality in an OCI index, and that simply refers to the quality and condition of the road, and we try to make it make sense what the road list is and how we're going to approach it and where we're going to attack next. Basically, what needs it most, and we try to direct resources to the areas of town and the roads that are in more need than others.
And I had Clint speaking to that because over the weekend I was at a handful of neighborhood gatherings, and this came up about how the city prioritizes road repaving. So thank you, Clint. Yes.
How do we keep the pace up? How do we continue to have this pace of fixing potholes or increasing the rate of how we, fill these potholes?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. Is the honest answer. I don't know. I am proud of my team when I asked them and I challenged them, how do we accelerate these fixes? They delivered, and in a very powerful, meaningful way. The challenge is we have taken resources from other areas. I mentioned that the same crew that fills out potholes are doing about 5 other street maintenance roles. So it's an opportunity cost. The cost of addressing the immediate need also means that we are taking resources from other areas. Your city still has a limited budget. We are a libertarian city. We believe in small government, no taxes, and so the team is doing the best with what we have given to us. And that is not even a complaint. I actually welcome that. I believe in good stewardship, but understand that we have to do this dancing act. Let me give you some perspective. I love this program so much that I asked, can we do that later in this year? What it would look like to another 5 weeks? And my team's eyes got big like, Mayor, you realize we're going to be pulling resources from other areas. So I would say we're going to take that as they come. Our residents spoke. We heard them. We delivered. But beyond this, there are lessons learned and new priorities that we have been able to establish that we'll be using from this experience. And the goal is, once we play catch up, we're not behind. and then we get into kind of normal operations. Yeah. So pothole repairs will always be a part of our emphasis. Whether or not we do 5-week surges, I don't know. Yeah.
With you being with the crew today, did you learn anything? Obviously, it was quite the process to fill that one particular pothole.
No, you're right. And today's pothole repair was my shortest one, actually. I do this every year. This is not a new traditional habit. But we're trying to do that and get here as quick as possible. Every year I'm learning a lot. Every year I feel that I am understanding better what it takes. The big thing that I've learned and still learning is just how hard it is. It is hard work. I kid you not, I'm using that jackhammer. My arms are still shaking. And last year, it wasn't just 3 guys, it was 3 gentlemen and a woman. I'm not sure you're supposed to say this on air, but that's badass. Our team worked so hard on behalf of our residents, and they don't get kudos. I know they get complaints. The other thing I learned too was yes, being with the team again. Caradillo, Scott, Road Warrior joining me and having those conversations. But I would say engaging the neighborhood. That was new. Carl, to connect with Carl yesterday and to be there at the neighborhood and see how much joy it brought the neighbors seeing the city crew there to fix their roads. They were nothing but complimentary. Carl was complimentary yesterday. It actually blew me away how much this meant to people. In our world, we own that we don't get the attaboys or the thank you. We own that people talk to us when something is wrong or when there's a complaint. But to hear residents say, thank you. And to hear residents say thank you because of Circle Drive and the repaving of that road has been unbelievable. And that is fuel. Believe me, that is the best fuel my team needs to keep doing that work and to accelerate that work. So that is probably the biggest difference this time around, was actually engaging a neighborhood in this work as well. Yes.
Got a 911 authority question for you.
Yes.
City Council released a statement yesterday calling your presentation unexpected and then posted back against your plan, saying funding concerns should first try to be resolved under the current El Paso Teller 911 authority. What's your response?
Yeah, my response is my police chief, fire chief, my police department, fire department approached me and said, Mayor, here's an opportunity for us. It is an opportunity. And they are leading the way in this effort. And I've asked them to continue to lead the way. This is about our men and women in blue who wake up every morning, every night to keep our community safe and to support our community. So my fire chief and police chief will continue to lead the way and continue to present to council. Happy that we presented to them on Tuesday. And the engagement with our council counterparts and the greater community will continue, because they deserve to know the why and the what behind this initiative.
Could you explain more about what exactly that presentation was? My understanding is that it was during the council's lunch week.
Yeah, it's an existing platform that we have. Hundreds of presentations happen in that platform. So every council meeting, we meet and talk about the city business, and that's what we did. This is probably one of the most important city business in front of us, and that's what we discussed.
Can you talk more about the opportunities? You said there could have different opportunities for.
Yeah, the opportunities are there. They're public. If you're interested in the presentation, we're happy to share with you. But my police chief and fire chief can actually tell you more in full detail the opportunity to, in terms of what that how that keeps our community safe, and how those partnerships are not going away, because we have a history of incredible partnership. OEM, the Mutual Aid Fire Task Force. I mean, we are a city of collaboration, a city of partnership, and so I'm actually excited about the opportunities ahead from this initiative and how this really saves our city so much money and protect the resources our residents are paying. Again, my police chief and fire chief can actually tell you more about the opportunities ahead. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you all for being here.
Really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
for coming out, spending time with the crews.